We return to Las Vegas again this Saturday for UFC Vegas 22, Brunson vs Holland. The main event pits the trailblazing Kevin Holland against the number 7 ranked Derek Brunson. Holland will be looking to continue on where he left off last year, going 5-0 in 2020. In the co-main event, lightweights Gregor Gillespie and Brad Rydell duke it out for the number 15 ranking spot. This is UFC Vegas 22 Behind the Tape, where we bring you stats from behind the tail of the tape. In this episode, we bring you 10 things you should know before UFC Vegas 22. Please subscribe to the channel for MMA content made by fans for the fans. Hit the bell to be informed when our videos go live.
Don't miss it. If you don't know, now you know.
In 2020, Kevin Holland went on a blindside run that propelled him into the rankings of the UFC's middleweight division. The Trailblazer compiled a 5-0 record that culminated in a sensational KO of perennial contender Jacare Souza. In doing so, he became only the third fighter in modern history to hit this landmark, following Roger Huerta in 2007 and Neil Magny in 2014. Magny attempted to repeat the feat in 2015, but would go 4-1 in the year, becoming the only fighter in modern history to compete 5 times in a calendar year on 2 occasions. Former college wrestling standout Derek Brunson entered the UFC in 2012 to little fanfare, but has since shown a willingness to go toe-to-toe with the most dangerous of opponents, a style that made him one of the most exciting fighters in the middleweight division. His 7 knockout victories see him in 3rd place behind Anderson Silva and Thiago Santos on the all-time list in the division. This will be the 4th main event in the UFC for Brunson. He has yet to see the championship rounds, with all 3 previous bouts ending in knockout stoppage. He most recently stopped the surge of Uber prospect Edmund Shabazian, and has seen a victory over Lyoto Machida balanced with a loss to Robert Whittaker. American collegiate wrestling has historically been one of, if not the best foundation for MMA, with a plethora of collegiate talent showcasing their ability on the world stage. Gregor Gillespie now finds himself the only NCAA Division I champion in the UFC, with Bellator's talent acquisition seeing talent now move in this direction early in their careers. With her 44th year approaching in June, Marion Renault is the oldest female to ever compete in the UFC. Mix this with the recent releases of Anderson Silva and Yoel Romero, Renault now finds herself as the oldest fighter on the UFC's roster. She is joined on the card by fellow 40 years plus veterans Leonardo Santos and Frankie Saenz. Montserrat Ruiz makes her UFC debut on late notice after stepping in for Kay Hansen. The Mexican fighter stands at a diminutive 5 foot, making her the shortest fighter on the current roster. Carla Esparza currently holds the record for shortest UFC champion at 5'1", with Conejo having the stature available to usurp her should she succeed. Leonardo Santos entered the UFC in 2013 and is undefeated in the near 8 years he has spent in the organisation. Of the current roster, only lightweight king Khabib Nurmagomedov has made an earlier octagon debut without suffering defeat. 8 years and counting. Husband and wife JP and Cheyenne Boys will give the world a rare occurrence when they compete together on the same UFC card, although this isn't the first time this will happen. Mark and Montagna De La Rosa both saw flyweight action on the Jan Blachowicz-Corey Anderson card in February of 2020. Montagna saw success, while Mark would lose via KO on his way to a 4-fight skid that saw him leave the organisation. Yulia Stolyarenko made her way to the UFC via The Ultimate Fighter, and in doing so became the first Lithuanian-born fighter to compete in the UFC, an honour often credited to Modestas Bukauskas, who was the first to gain a victory in the organisation. Stolyarenko chases her first win but will forever be a trendsetter for the Baltic nation. To date, there has been 5 Ultimate Fighter series featuring female divisions, with Macy Chiasson claiming the featherweight title in the final series. She never competed at the weight class again, but stands joined Juliana Pena, Tatiana Suarez, Carla Esparza and Nico Montagno as winners of the long-running show. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back next week with more stats from behind the tape. Please like and subscribe.